I've loaded just one contact, but I want it to serve as a multi-output instrument, right? So I want the drums coming out on its own track and everything on its own track. So that's what we would do. Now, very quickly, if you remember, we loaded the contact session we loaded was 8 stereo and 8 mono. So that is what we're going to be using. Now, when you open your mixer in Logic Pro, there's this plus sign on that contact. So I just keep adding it and I add all the instances it gives me. So then I right click and I say create track. So what it does is it brings it to my timeline. I have it there. Now in Contact, I'm going to find a way to route all these guys going to each track. So I come here to my outputs and then I click this plus sign. Now quantity, I want 8 tracks, number of channels 2, because the session the instance of Contact I loaded is 8 stereo, 8 mono. So I want 8 stereo tracks and it should start from 1. So I click. Now it should delete all existing ones. That's what I want it to do. And I okay. Now I have 8 stereo. Now I'll press the plus sign and I want to have 8 mono. Now, but where am I going to start from? Now, this is track 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I'll start from aux 4. For whatever reason, I don't know why that happens, but that's how it works. Now, I would use my stereo 2 for room, my stereo 3 for overheads. Um, I think basically that would be my stereo mono. The first mono will be my kick, second mono will be my snare. Then I have tom 1, tom 2, tom 3, tom 4. So this drum has 4 toms and I'll just name tom 4 FL tom. Alright, so I've loaded this. Now I'll close this output. I've renamed everything there. Now on this, I come to the mixer of my drum kit, and so when I go to the settings, when I click output, you see I still have just master 1, 2, and this. Now you press this I sign, and then you come back and see everything is there. So I'm on the kick channel and I would ask kick to go to where I assigned as kick. Snare, I say go to snare. Hi-hat, oops, I didn't put the hi-hat anywhere. Tom, so I'll go to tom, tom 2, tom 3, tom 4. My overhead should go to overhead. My room should go to room. Now, based on my experience with this drum kit, something very funny happens. After you do this routing, it doesn't sound the same. It just becomes weak and faint. So all I have done was, for instance, the kick, I just changed this preset to B and back to A, and then it sounds normal. I don't want bleeds in my snare, so I take out the bleeds. I go to A and B and I come back. So I do the same for all of them. Just quickly change presets and back. So I don't know why that happens, but for the room, probably let's play the rooms and you hear how it sounds. Now if I just change this preset, go to preset B, come back to preset A. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's just what happens, and this has happened a lot of times, so I know what to do exactly when this happens. Now when I come back here, now you hear the drum. Now this is because I would have to mix it. The rooms are probably going to be as loud as possible. But I know this is my kick, so kick, snare, tom one, tom two, tom three, FL tom. This is my room. This is my overheads, and I'll call this overheads one. Now all these other tracks, I don't need them anymore, so I'll just delete them. I don't need those tracks anymore, so I'll delete them. That's done.